about, this is where we should end the show. Now, this concerns a man called Emilio Nsue. Now, Emilio Nsue is a 34-year-old, yes, man who plays football for Equatorial Guinea. He was the top scorer at the AFCON. Now, FIFA this week came out and slapped him with a 6-month ban as well as a fine of 150,000 Swiss francs. Why? They said he was never eligible to play for Equatorial Guinea. Get this, throughout his 11-year national team career. So for the 11 years that he played for Equatorial Guinea, he was not eligible. Why do they say he was not eligible? He had played 26 games for Spain, for Spanish underage teams, the under-16 to the under-21, all the way to 2011, including at finals tournaments. So in 2013, FIFA denied his request to change eligibility, but then he went on and he played for all the World Cup qualifiers, including 13, 18, and 22. Now, a new investigation was launched in March 2023. He was given a 6-day deadline to respond. He refused. So FIFA came out with a book and threw the book at him, and they said, Equatorial Guinea, you are losing your 6 points that you have won in the World Cup qualifying games so far because you fielded him. Not only did you field him, when they beat Namibia and Liberia, they won both games 1-0, 1-0. Guess who scored both the goals in each game? Nsue himself. So apparently he was first found ineligible back in 2013, and Equatorial Guinea defaulted 2 World Cup qualifiers as 3-0 defeats. But here's the thing, he's played 40 games for Equatorial Guinea, scored 23 goals, including being top scorer at the AFCON earlier this year. So my question is, how do you get away with it for 11 years until now? Like, how does that even come about? It's just one of those things you're like, but FIFA was in charge of the qualifiers in 22, FIFA was in charge of the qualifiers in 18. But then again, they might say it's only in March 2023 that they decided to do this afresh. This case just doesn't make sense. How can he get away with for so long? And how can no one notice he's getting away for so long? Anyway, bottom line is, Equatorial Guinea have lost 6 points, and he has been told, boss, yes, you're fine, 6 games, but he can appeal. So I'm hoping he appeals. Because this is the kind of story that should go on. This is the kind of story that should go on. I feel like this is the kind of story that should go on. So hopefully it goes on, and hopefully he appeals. Also because I have a soft spot for Equatorial Guinea. Just because I was there once for the AFCON. And they're interesting people. They are very lovely people. Maybe. But I just thought his case is odd. How like, FIFA said don't, no, 2013, but he still continued. And he played in FIFA games, and no one stopped him then, until March last year when they started again. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, as I wrap, I hope you're watching the T20 Cricket World Cup. It's in the US of A, believe it or not. Remember, the US is the new frontier for anyone who wants to develop their sport, whether it's Formula 1, whether it's football, whether it's cricket. It's been going on there, and if you're a cricket fan, there's been interesting results that have happened in the opening days of the tournament. There's something about T20. T20 gives you a chance to upset someone. And the biggest upset, of course, the US did beat Pakistan in the Super Over. The US of A, yes, they do have a cricket team. Yes, they did beat Pakistan, T20, in a Super Over. And the team is made up of very random people. Part-time players, let's call them that way. We're talking about a guy called Netravalka, who works for, his LinkedIn page says he works for Oracle. He's a principal member of technical staff at Oracle. His teammate, Kenjige, Nosdush Kenjige, performed 800 hours of community service just so that he could play for Team USA. Yes. It's got such wonderful stories about the guys who are doing the job for the US. It's such a big win, and Pakistan is normally the kind of team you can surprise. Yes, because Pakistan is those teams that they can be hot or very cold. Yeah. So that was a big win. Uganda, who at the Cricket World Cup, believe it or not, did beat Papua New Guinea by 3 wickets. So they've got a big win there. Huge for Uganda, good for Ugandan cricket. And Canada shocked Ireland by beating them by 12 runs. And then today, I think earlier today or late last night, depending on which way you look at it, Afghanistan thrashed New Zealand by 84 runs. Sounds like a very, very interesting World Cup. The kind of World Cup you want to be involved in, you know? all sorts of shocks taking place. And T20 is mad fun because you're done in 3 hours, I think. Yeah, you're done and you can get on. So it's happening in the US. It's a T20 World Cup. Uganda are there for the first time ever. And like you've heard, there's been quite a number of shocks. Canada shocking the Irish. And then Afghanistan shocking New Zealand. And the USA beat Pakistan. The US of all of them. They did find a way beyond Pakistan. So yes, so please keep an eye on it if you enjoy your sport. But the biggest thing, again, I repeat as I wrap up, French Open final is tomorrow. Make sure you watch Zverev, see whether he finally gets over the line, or Mr. Carlos Alcaraz continues his climb to be the next big thing. Remember, the big three guys, none of them makes the final. So there's no Djokovic, there's no Federer, there's no Nadal. So generation next is here and they're saying let's take over. So that's the big game tomorrow. Of course,